wrong, tempted to act. But this time I will be still. This time I will.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Empower Others. I am your host, Linda Kennedy. And I want to say thank you for tuning in, everyone, on this beautiful day and any other time that you decided to tune in and listen to Empower Others. Let's open up with a word of prayer, first of all. Father God in heaven, we just thank you. Thank you for this beautiful day that you allowed us to see, Father. Thank you for your grace and your mercy that is with us every day, Father. Thank you for Jesus. Lord, thank you for the guests that I have here today, Father God. I pray that you will allow her to speak, Lord, provide information for the listening audience and myself, Lord. And I pray for her daughter, Lord, that you continue to be with her in during this time and days to come, Lord. Please forgive us for our sins. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
All right. So again, welcome. I'm Linda Kennedy, and I have as my guest today Miss Jamisha Jackson and her daughter. What's your name again, sweetie? Ava, Miss Ava. So yes, so a little backstory with Jamisha. I remember Miss Jamisha. Am I pronouncing your name? You know I always messed your name up.
It's Jamesia.
Jamisha. I'm sorry. I apologize. So I'm gonna call her Miss J because my lips doing a thing this morning. But Miss J, I remember her long time ago, and we was just talking before we came on air. She said that she was actually her daughter's age when we met. We actually attended Antioch Missionary Baptist Church together, and when I met this young lady, she was very quiet but polite, very loving, had a kind spirit. She also had a little sassy side to her, but that's okay because it only came out when it needed to. Okay, and she was nothing but respectful to me, so I respect that and thank you.
Thank you.
So it and we also was talking how we as we grow and we mature, we sometimes go, everybody go their separate ways, but nonetheless, we have stayed in contact. We were actually friends on Facebook. And so she reached out to me. And so I was like, yes, definitely. Yes, I want you to be a part of Empower Others to come on and tell us about the signs of strokes because it's running rapid in our Black community. So I want Miss J to enlighten us and educate us on the signs of stroke and whatever else she would like to talk about today. Go ahead, Miss J.
All right. As she said, I'm Jamesia. I'm a nurse. Previously a stroke nurse at Erlanger. And today I want to talk about something that affects many families, especially as loved ones get older. Strokes and neurocare in aging adults. There's so much, that we don't know until it's too late. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. So yes, so um I'm trying to see. Yes, I had a close friend of mine. She's now gone on to be with the Lord, but she suffered a stroke. And when she and I met, she had already had her stroke. And so just seeing her get around every day, she actually was running circles around me because she didn't want anybody to feel bad for her, even
Yes.
though her her body couldn't move exactly how it used to,
Mhm.
she still was able to get around. She still was able to cook. She still was able to drive. And even in that, she had a testimony on how God watched over her and provided for her every day. And so it always amazed me on how she could still basically do things what she was doing. But she would always say she's thankful that they got to her in enough time.
I'm so happy you said that, because a stroke can happen suddenly, but the risk often build up silently over time. So that's why education is so important. The more families know what to look for, the faster they can act, because with strokes, time is brain. You said she's happy that they got to her in time, because that is a big factor in strokes. The faster the better,
Wow.
Wow.
So what is the time? I know we're talking about time. What is that the time frame that someone should be in the care of a medical professional?
So it's very important that you watch the signs. According to the CDC, Black adults are 45% more likely to have a stroke than other races.
Wow.
So this is why community education matters so much. But we in the medical field, we go by something called Be Fast. So there's not like a 5-minute or 10-minute, but Be Fast. So the B for B and BE, Be Fast, balance. If you notice someone is off balance, that's a sign that you should look for. They get a little dizzy, off balance. Pay attention to that. And the E is for eyes. Are there sudden vision changes? Do you feel like they can see you? That's important. And the F in fast is for face. Ask them to smile. If there's a droop, or if there is something that looks a little different with their smile, it's time to call 911 immediately. And A in fast is for the arms. Ask them to raise their arms. When they raise their arms up, the other one would droop down, but they're able to hold the other one up. That's a sign of a stroke. S is speech. If they sound confused or slurred, that is a sign. And T is for time. Call 911 immediately if you notice any of those signs. They recommend that you don't take them to the hospital yourself. Call 911 because the ambulance can fly through red lights, And so time, do not wait. Do not wait. A lot of people may say, well, maybe I can sleep it off. Or maybe I can, wait until it goes away. The first sign, whether it's balance, eyes, whether it's their facial droop or the speech, no matter what it is, time. So I've actually been in a situation where I was not at work. I was at church.
Wow.
And I noticed someone who went from praising to falling.
Wow.
And so I just went up to her, and that in the time frame, maybe 5 minutes. And I'm like, no, we need to call 911.
Wow.
She was having a stroke.
Wow.
So just as soon as you notice those signs, it's best to do something about it.
And thank God you was there for that person. And you knew the sign. Well, you're a nurse, but I'm thankful that you was there, and I'm sure that person
Yes, I
is
love
thankful
her.
as well.
Yes, she's walking now.
Wow.
She's talking. She has a little weakness, but just as your friend, she's very strong. So she's doing so good. She's
Wow.
doing really good now.
Wow. Did I hear you say 45%?
45%. We as Black African Americans are 45% more likely to have a stroke than any other race.
Wow. And is that because not getting enough exercise, stressors?
Yes, ma'am.
All of the, okay, you shake your head. So all of those
all
things.
of those. And strokes in general are the leading cause of death and long-term disability in the United States, period.
Ooh.
But our people are 45% more likely due to high blood pressure, due to high cholesterol, smoking, obesity, diabetes. Those are just some of the leading causes and risk factors.
So sound like you're saying we need to get up and
We gotta get
Get
moving.
moving.
We gotta get
Ooh,
moving.
stepping on some toes. Ooh. Get up and
We got to.
I'm joking, but exercise is very important.
Mhm.
So it sounds like with the things you listed, we need to make sure that we are going to the doctor, getting our regular checkups yearly. You recommend year checkups?
I recommend annual checkups yearly.
Okay.
Now, with high blood pressure, if that blood pressure is not controlled, get on that phone and call.
Okay.
Stay on top of your cholesterol. If it's elevated, change your diet and do what needs to be done to get it at a better level.
Okay. So, so that hit home as well.
Mhm.
And like you said, stay on top of it, because sometimes we don't we let things go
We let things
past, and
linger.
we don't pay attention, and
Mhm.
that goes with staying on top of your doctor too, right?
Yes, yes. And you are your first advocate. It's okay to get a second opinion, especially, our people.
Right.
It's okay to get a second opinion. It's okay to ask questions and make sure you fully understand.
Absolutely.
Because, as I said before, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
as I said before,
That's okay.
sorry.
You're fine. You're fine.
A stroke happens when the brain is not getting enough blood flow and
Mhm.
oxygen.
Wow.
So that's why time is so important.
Wow. Time is of the importance.
Yes.
And just paying attention to the different, you talked about the eyes, the arms, the
Mhm.
speech, just being aware, and because sometimes we can just brush things off like, oh, and like you said, go to
Mhm.
sleep. I'm gonna sleep it off.
Yes. Our body gives
Mm.
us signs and we really have to listen.
Wow.
There are many things that happen before strokes. Some people have TIAs, which they call mini strokes. They're small. And a lot of times with a TIA, the symptoms go away. And so when those symptoms go away, they're like, okay, I'm good. But no, that first initial TIA is a warning sign that your body's trying to tell you.
Wow.
Usually, most people will have a TIA before they have a major stroke.
So the TIA is like little mini signs
Mhm.
that your body does, like like you driving your car and your engine light comes on.
Yes,
That's like a
ma'am.
warning that, hey, you need to look into this, or like if your
Mhm.
oil need to be changed.
Yes,
Okay.
that's right. It's a
Okay.
warning sign, and you should never ignore it.
Wow. Okay. So how long have you been a nurse?
So I've been in the medical field over 15 years. I worked
Wow.
as a medical assistant in several different specialties.
Okay.
But neuropsych has always been my
Wow.
favorite. That's why I felt the need to connect with
Yeah.
you. What
glad
you
you
do for
did.
mental health and things like that. I've always loved neuro. So I've been a nurse for 2 years and I've worked in neuro for 2 years.
Wow.
And I've learned and I've seen so much, and I just have a passion for education and
Wow. I love that.
especially for our people
Okay.
getting the information out.
Wow. Wow. And so I know you have something in the works. I won't go into it.
Yes,
Yeah,
we talked
she has
about that. Yes.
she has something in the works. But
Mhm.
soon as it come to fruition, she's
Yes.
gonna be back on here and she's gonna be talking about that. I
Mhm.
did tell her I wasn't gonna talk about it,
It's
but
okay, we can talk about it.
but I'm excited for her
Mhm.
to see this young lady. This young lady, how God is working in her life. I'm just excited
Continuously.
to be a witness, okay,
Mhm.
continuously.
Continuously.
To be a witness to what God can do in the life of his children, his child. So I'm excited. I'm excited for you. Ooh,
Thank you. I know, I know.
And I can't wait to
I
hear
know. Yes.
what
I can't wait to share.
I'm excited. But what who is your support system? Because I know getting through nursing school was not easy.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
if you want to start there,
Mhm.
what it took to get through nursing school and then go into your support system,
Mhm.
or vice versa, however you want to
Sure.
do it, but share with the audience.
Okay. I'm a single mom, and a lot of people like to throw that term out there, but I'm a true single
Single
mom.
mom.
Like it's me and her 24/7,
Wow.
And so I had been in the medical field for a long time. I ended up having her, um, and I tell this story all the time, but she was in a NICU for 2 months.
Wow.
So I had to be with her, and I brought her home, and so that kind of put my nursing off for a little bit. But once she was a little older, I think she was maybe 7 or 8 when I decided, okay, I don't know, God, how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
So at the time when I decided to go back to nursing school, I put my parents, all of my parents, and I say all of them because my parents are not together, but I've got 2 sets of
Mhm.
mama and
Heck
daddy. Yeah,
yeah.
so I put all my parents, my mom, my stepmom, my dad, I put everybody in a group message, and I'm like, look, I've wanted this since I was 9. They know that. I
Wow.
wanted to be a nurse. And so I'm like, it's not ever leaving my mind. God won't let it. I gotta go to nursing school. And
Mhm.
so I just told them I need y'all. I need your help.
Wow.
And so starting off, I had my parents' help. My daughter has always been just a different type of child. So understanding. Mama's not
Wow.
there. She's like, but I know what you're doing, mama.
Oh,
I know what you're
wow.
doing. So it's
So
okay.
mature for her
She is. She
age.
always has
Yeah.
been. So I count her as my support too. But toward the end of toward the middle of nursing school, I met the love of my life. And he has just been so supportive. He has held me down when I couldn't get her, and I needed somebody and my parents couldn't do it. He's always there.
Wow.
And it's just like God placed him right where God needed him for me. And
Yeah.
so I'm very grateful for that. And so collectively, they've all
Wow.
been there for me. They're all still supportive as I go into business, as
Yeah.
we talked about. But without them and God, I wouldn't have been able to do it.
Wow.
Those late nights of studying, those anxious test days, I feel like my boyfriend got the worst of it. My parents, when it came to my daughter, they're gonna pick her up from school, take her over there so I can study. He was my mannequin.
Right. Right.
He had to endure all of it. Lay down, I need to do an
Right.
assessment. So it's important
Wow.
to have a support system. You've got to have that.
Wow. And you're absolutely right, because we cannot do whatever it is God is calling us to do um without people.
Yes.
Definitely without him.
Yes.
We definitely cannot do it without God. And he
Yes.
placed people in our lives for a reason.
Listen.
And sound like they really love you.
Yes.
They love some Miss J.
Placing people in your life for a good reason. Because let me tell you, when I met him, I was about schooling my baby. And it was like God softened my heart and like, no, I'm sending.
Right.
So, because I told God, if you don't send them,
Right, okay, that
I
part.
don't want them.
Yeah, you hey. Okay. Yes.
So he entered my life very gracefully and at a time where now that I look back, I really needed that. I really needed that. So with my parents and him, that's my support system. And my daughter, she's gonna hold it down. She don't complain when when it was time to go with Granny and Pawpaw, or she's just like,
So
okay, mama, go kill
understanding.
that test,
Yeah, all
mama.
right. Oh, I love your personal cheerleader.
Yes.
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 Yes. And how old did you tell me you were? 11. Okay. Yeah. You have a birthday coming up June the 18th. Yeah. So
Yes.
again, happy early birthday to you. You're welcome. What are you gonna do? Okay.
She's gonna spend mama's money, in other
Okay.
words.
Hey, that's good. Yes. Yes. Look, I saw her shaking her head.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah. Do you like to shop? You do?
Mhm.
Me too. Me too.
Yes.
Me too. Excuse me.
It's your turn.
So you like to shop?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Okay. So what do you what's your favorite subject in school?
English.
English. Okay. Okay. And what do you want to be when you grow up?
Um, I want to play basketball.
Basketball. Okay. Okay. Are you playing basketball now?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
She's pretty good.
Okay.
Really good.
Yes. Good. 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 All right. All right. Well, so self-care. You all do self-care together?
We
Well, you
do.
might not.
We
You
do.
know what self-care is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Give me your version of self-care. I like
She's got her bubble facial. Tell her.
I put her on the spot. So she didn't know that I was gonna have her talk today. So I apologize for that. But I wanted you to have some time. Because I heard your mom bragging on you that from a little girl you was a support system for her and you still are. And so thank you for doing that because your mom she's paving the way for your future as well. So I know I put you on the spot. So please forgive me, okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So what do you do for self-care?
You know, that's so important, especially coming out of nursing school and then going into nursing, working 12-hour shifts. You know, you gotta be a mom, you got, got a household to carry. But part of my self-care is just literally spending time outside. I love being outside. I would go outside, put my feet in the grass,
Oh,
just
grounding.
like really grounding.
Yeah.
Yes. For a while, I've got to get back to it, but I love meditating and Pilates.
Okay.
That's been my
Yeah.
thing. Something just very calming for the mind, but
Mhm.
grounding always for me. Even when I was a little girl, I loved going outside, planting my feet in the grass, listening to just nature, God.
Yeah.
That's when I hear God the most, really.
Wow. Yes, when we're quiet,
Quiet.
that noise is like at a zero.
Yes, ma'am.
And yeah, because sometimes life be life, and
It
as they
does.
say,
It
they
does.
be doing it, life be things be happening. And so it is good to just step away.
It is. What do
Yeah.
you do for self-care?
So I love just quiet.
Me too.
Just quiet, whether it's in my car, whether it's at home, just sitting there with my eyes closed in the quiet
Me
and
too.
just taking deep breaths and blowing them out, especially when it's been a hectic day. Sometimes I'll just drive with no music on.
That's
Nothing,
me. And I know they
nothing.
come in the house sometimes and look at me like I'm crazy, but everything will be turned off. All the lights.
Yes, and just
all the TVs.
yes, that quiet. It's like you can hear God clear. Now He can
Clearly.
speak when you're around people and in the middle of like a crowd, but it's just something about just being there, just
Being
in the
still.
quiet. Yes,
What do you
being
say? Be
still.
still.
Be still and see
Yeah, and
the
see.
salvation
There
of the
you
Lord.
go.
Yes. So yeah, just getting somewhere, just
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and
That's me
just
too.
yes, and I like to go like get my nails done, get my hair done, things like that, and just quiet. Or I'll go
Yes.
somewhere and just park my car and just sit there and
Yeah, or
just
I'll go sit by the water.
Yeah.
I do that a
Yeah.
lot. Me and my partner do that a lot. We'll go downtown and we'll just sit by the water. We won't say nothing,
Yeah,
but just be still
Yeah.
and sit and listen to
Yeah.
the waves and
and the
that's
birds,
yep.
God's creation and journaling. I don't
Oh
do it
yes.
consistently,
Me neither, but that is
but I do
very
it sometimes. Or listening, or I cut on like it's this artist on YouTube, Dappy
Oh,
Keys. He just
okay.
play instrumental
Yes.
gospel
Mhm.
music, but it's like,
Jazz,
yes,
like those
just
type things.
yeah. And also I don't if I feel like something is disturbing my peace, I have to cut it loose.
Me too. I have no problem with that. That has never been an issue for me. That I guess that's that
Yeah.
sassiness you said I have. That's
Yeah.
never been an issue
Yeah.
for me. I will walk away and not with any malice in my heart.
Right.
I walk away gracefully and peacefully
Yeah.
from
'Cause you have to
anything, and I never
protect
had a
your
problem
peace.
with that.
Yes, that
And I'm
God has
teaching
given
her the
you.
same thing.
Good. Good. I
Yes.
wish I would have known at an early age.
I wish
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
too. And that's
Yeah.
why, and sometimes I'm sure she's like, dang, mama is hard on me with these talks. But I am
That's
very,
good.
very attentive when it comes to
Good.
that. And I would like to say, you asked about self-care. A lot of people feel like self-care is something you have to pay for. I just want to make it clear.
Go ahead, make it
Self-care
clear.
is free.
Free. Free. All
Self-care
day.
is whatever
Yes.
makes you feel good, even if
Yes.
that's sitting outside on the porch
Yes.
listening to the wind chimes.
Okay.
That's self-care.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And it's important.
Yeah, pouring into yourself, you know,
Mhm.
speaking life over you, because people can try to speak negative over you, but
They
you have to
will.
speak. Yeah, you have to speak life over yourself.
You do.
Yeah, get in God's word and see what God says about you,
Mhm.
that you're fearfully and wonderfully made. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because God don't want us to carry around all that garbage, as I call it, garbage, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, if things are heavy on you, give it to him.
Let it go.
Yeah, let it go. Let it go.
Let it
And
go.
protect your peace at all times.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care who trying to disturb your peace. I don't care who it's coming from.
Mhm.
Yeah, you have to protect your peace and your
Yes.
sanity.
And it doesn't always feel good. You
It
know,
don't.
sometimes it's uncomfortable, but
Mhm.
in the end,
Yes.
it is always better to just release anything that is weighing you down.
Absolutely, absolutely. So what else do you do outside of work and yeah, other things? Tell us about other
Outside of
things.
work, you mean like business wise
Mhm.
or personal?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
outside
all
of
of yeah.
work, I have the medical attire where I sell medical
Oh,
scrubs for women in healthcare. Um, you can follow me on Facebook at Jamesia Jackson, or I have a website, themedicalattire.com. And then I'm also working on an at-home wellness that we've been
okay.
talking about. But outside of that, I love spending time with my little family.
Okay.
My stepson, my honey, and my daughter. I love being with them, whether
Okay.
we're at home or sometimes we hit the road. You know, I
Okay.
just like being with them.
Okay, so traveling. Where do
I
you
love
have traveled to?
traveling. My daughter and I, we've been to Disney.
Oh,
She loves Atlanta. She loves Atlanta.
okay.
She's gone to Nashville. We've got a few places on our bucket list. It's time to go
Started
to
back
Puerto
up.
Rico or something,
Oh,
you know.
okay.
But
On a
I love
cruise?
traveling. Yeah.
Cruising.
Yeah.
All right.
When all the sickness calms down.
Right.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But I'm excited just to show them life, and I enjoy teaching them,
Okay.
teaching her.
Okay. So let's go back to your nursing
Mhm.
journey. You say you were 9 when you wanted to become a nurse.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I was growing up, my grandmother was very sick. She had kidney disease, and she had dialysis about 3 times a week. And I went to school and came home from school to my grandparents' home. So because my mom had to work. So I knew very quickly when she was having good days and when she was having bad days. So before I would go to school, she'd be fine, but I'd get out and she'd be weaker and she'd be tired. And that's because she went to dialysis throughout the day. I didn't really understand the full aspect of it all until I got older, but my instincts instantly kicked in. I got out of school. I made sure she had something to eat, something to drink, whatever she needed, and I took care of her. And just one day she looked up at me and she's like, "You're my little nurse." Because every time I come home, like, you know, you come home from school, you just make sure I'm okay. And I was my daughter's age at that time. And so that just kind of stuck with me. And, you know, I just feel like God was letting me know that's what my purpose was. And so I've always worked towards that. and I
Mhm.
finally got it. I just had to be patient with myself because it's
Mhm.
not easy. It takes a lot of time away from family, a lot of time studying, but it's a continuous journey, and you just keep going. I'm an LPN right now, working on my RN.
Okay.
Shortly after that, my NP psych. We talked about that
Yeah.
before we came on. I have an aunt who's bipolar, and so I've learned early on how to deal with that and
Mhm.
what that means, but what life can be with it. So
Yeah.
I love mental health, and I love what you do, pouring into people
Mhm.
and just letting people know how to manage, because mental health is it's real.
Yeah,
And for a while
absolutely.
in our community, it's been swept under the rug. It's been ignored, but I love that you shed light on it,
Oh,
and
yeah.
that you
Thank you.
are, a healing place just for people to listen
Thank you.
and understand that they got this.
Yes,
But
absolutely.
yeah, it's
Absolutely
it's not
does.
easy, but nursing is always been a passion. Always.
Wow. Okay. Um, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm just
Okay.
it it just blesses me to hear, because I am a crybaby.
I know, I know. Like,
Yeah.
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, just to hear your story and how you cared for
I
your
did. I
grandmother.
did. I cared
Yeah.
for her, and it was
Wow.
something I wanted to do. There was nobody telling me I had to go in that house, and I get out of school. I'm in 6th grade. I'm in 7th grade. Nobody told me to do it. And so that's when I knew, when I got older, I got closer to graduating high school, and I just kind of, just those times played in my mind. I knew that's what my purpose was. And I've always been really big on finding my purpose and living in it. And I finally feel like that's what I'm doing.
Wow.
And so it's important for me, for my daughter to see that nothing has ever knocked me down. Like,
Wow.
I had her, and we kept trucking, whatever came our way, nothing has ever hindered me. It's been hard, but
Wow.
nothing ever stopped me. And I know there's so many moms out there who want more for themselves, and they may not have the support that I have, but you do have the support. You have you, and you have those
Wow.
little eyes looking up at you. And so that's your support. That's really all you need to motivate you and to get you where you need to be. You just have to keep going,
Wow.
even when it's tough, because it does get tough.
Right.
Nothing worth having comes easy.
Ooh, that has always been my motto.
Yes.
Yes, yes. So I love how you are very, very positive, and you really have always been. Um, yeah, you was sassy, but that's a good thing.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Mhm.
You would tell people, okay, this is what it is,
Mhm.
and you would keep it moving, and that's how we should be.
I have
Let somebody,
always
yeah,
been that way.
yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that.
I have people that I love that I probably shouldn't have, but I don't have a problem with knowing, okay, this situation, whatever it is, has come to an end, but what did it teach me?
That's
What did
good.
I learn from it, and what can I carry on in my life that would, how do I grow from it? How do I apply what I've learned? That's why God teaches. He gonna keep teaching you. He gonna keep sending it that way until he know you got it. And that's just, I had parents, I grew up in church, and my parents, they were on us, okay?
Yep.
So
She said the truth.
my daddy, Walter Jackson, listen, what you learn from it? What God trying to tell you, So, I'm playing now, and it was annoying at first, but that is the lesson. That is the lesson in life, period. Just, day to day, you stuck in traffic, and people ain't moving fast enough to you. maybe God trying to tell you slow down a little
Slow
bit.
down, absolutely.
It's day to day. Every day we learning something, we growing, and I'm just always open and honest with her. She know mama gonna tell her the truth about everything.
She's shaking her head, yes.
I'm very transparent with her. You know, people enter our lives that are not here anymore. She know why, because
Okay.
we have those type of conversations. So I'm grateful for all the hard times
Yeah.
because they've made me the soft person I am now, sitting in front of you. So
Yeah.
it's just the everyday learning experience.
I like the fact that you talk to your daughter. You know, I grew up in a household. Well, I was raised by my grandfather, and when he passed, that's when I started living with my mom. And so that was a strain on the relationship in itself because I was 15, and so I thought I was grown.
Yes.
You know, I thought I was grown. Didn't know
Yeah.
nothing.
Yes.
Didn't know nothing. But far as, her like talking to me about, about things,
Life.
About life. I didn't get that.
And then you get
no,
in the
yeah,
adult world, and it's a culture
yes,
shock. It's like, what is
yes,
happening?
yes. So no blame to my mom
Oh no,
at
they
all.
did
You
the
know what I'm
best that they
saying?
could do.
Yes, but I'm glad that you talk to your baby and you're open and let her know, hey, this is what it is. That way, when she grows up,
She'll
get
know
out
what to expect.
Exactly.
And that's the biggest
Exactly.
thing for me in raising her. I want her to know what to expect in life. At home, we teach them how to live. They won't be this age forever.
Right.
There's going to be a time where mom and stepdad is not there, and she's going to have to depend on what we have taught her.
Yep.
She's going to have to lean on what we have taught her.
Yes.
So that was the thing. My parents did a great job.
Yes.
No, discount to them at all. But there were a lot of things, we didn't talk about, and I became an adult, and like you said, it's a culture shock. And so I just want her to always be prepared.
Yes.
And so just knowing in my heart that when it does come time for her to go to college or leave our home, we've prepared her. We've prepared her. And that's what these years in our home is to do for her. So that's
preparation.
Preparation.
Yeah. So when mom and your dad seem like they are being hard on you, is for your benefit. It's for your benefit.
We see the growth. We do.
Yeah.
We see the growth a lot in both of them, after some time. But it's just
right.
After some time,
right.
Mama don't like to repeat herself.
Right.
But we do our best. And it's just an open door policy in my house. You come talk to us about anything.
Again, I love that, having an open mind, because there are some things that I'm sure they'll talk to you about. You want to say, "Ooh, it's gonna make you cringe," but you're talk about. It's better for her to learn them at home, than out there in the street. Yeah, out there in the street.
And also just letting our kids know that it's okay, and parents, it's okay to apologize to your kids.
Oh, that's good.
So we've had those moments where we've sat down and I'm like, listen, mama's head was not right during this time.
Oh, that's good.
I should have done things this way. I'm sorry, and just if she feels some type of way, she can come and say, Mommy, I didn't like that. And I can say, well, I'm sorry you didn't like that, but this is why Mommy have to do this. And so it's just important because they have a mind too.
Right, and feelings.
And they deal with mental things. As I said, I'm a single mom. So my daughter's dealt with the other parent not being present. And we talk about it, and she does very well with communicating about it. It's some things she probably keeps in, but we do check-ins a lot.
That's good. Wow. Yeah, just having that openness. I work in the school system. I'm a school social worker.
Oh yeah.
So it I'm not gonna say it amazes me, not in a good way, but
Mm-hmm.
the number of times that students come and they tell me my parent don't listen um to me,
Mm-hmm.
or the adult in the building,
Mm-hmm.
is not listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, children, they have feelings
They do.
like anybody else, and they carry a lot. They carry a lot of they see things at home, they see things in the community. They know who really care for them and who don't. So they're carrying all of this. And so a lot of times when they get to school, they act out.
They do.
Yeah, they act out. And as being the adult, I'm gonna speak for me. As being the adult, I'm like, what is going on? But I have to look deeper than that.
It's always
Yeah,
deeper than the
yeah,
surface, I feel like.
absolutely.
And it's always, it's important for them to have that outlet to talk. I didn't always have an outlet. I grew up an only child until my sister was born. But in the home, in my mom's home, I was the only child. And it's lonely,
Yeah.
and she's the only child. And so I can relate. And I know a lot of times as adults, we forget they're like, oh, them just kids. No,
Yep.
these
Yep.
are human beings that are
Yep.
growing, maturing, going through hormonal imbalances. And they need
Yes.
to quite understand what they're dealing with and what they're going through and what life has to offer and what could happen.
Absolutely.
So it's just important to be open and talk to the kids because
Absolutely.
they're our future. They need that.
Yes, absolutely. And we can learn something
Oh
from
man.
from kids as well. Cause I learned something from I call them my kids at the school. I have maybe like close to 300 at the
Yeah.
school. And so I learned something from each one of them.
Man, I learned so much. I learned so much from being a parent, and I've learned even more from being a step parent. So like I've learned a lot. Just being an outlet for these kids is important.
And having a listening ear, just don't talk at them, talk
Yes,
to
to
them,
them.
and listen to what they're saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
because
And letting them know that what they're saying does matter.
absolutely,
Yeah.
because now, well, before school let out for the summer, and even the whole school year, I would go into the classrooms, and for whatever reason, and so at least 2 or 3 of the kids, Miss Kennedy, Miss Kennedy. I'm like, "Shh," I say,
They got to get it out right now. They've been waiting to see you all day.
right. And so that makes me feel good. Well, not that they're hollering out in class, but just to know that it made me feel like I'm a safe space, for them, that they can come and they can talk to me. Because I had several tell me, Miss Kennedy, you're the GOAT. I said, oh, well, thank you. And so again, I'm learning. I'm still learning. Like I have my days like anybody else. And sometimes I do take it with me to work, but I have to remember, step back, because these kids, that's what I'm going through. They have nothing to do with, and so I have to remember that, and pray and ask God to help me to leave what I'm going through to the back and put my best foot forward to
I do
help
that a
these
lot.
children.
I do that a lot in nursing because, it's weighing on the mind to see people what they have to go through day to day. There are people that don't visit them. They'll be
Wow.
in there for months and they won't have anybody but us. It can weigh on you mentally. So you definitely have to say, before I go home, I've gotta leave that here.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's very sad to see, but you're right. You have to leave what it is at the door.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that, speaking of that, when you mentioned about people, they are in that vulnerable state. You know,
Mhm.
they're sick. Ooh, how do you deal with that? Seeing someone, you know, and it doesn't matter if you know them or not, but to see
Mhm.
someone that can't even take care of their, you know, themselves.
I'm constantly reminded. It's probably God. I don't know. I'm constantly reminded that nobody's here for them, but I am.
Mhm.
This is my
Oh, I love
purpose.
that. Yeah.
I'll be here for 12 hours. So I know that I've done the best of my ability and
Wow.
spent time with these people, and they'll remember that. They'll remember that.
Wow.
And so that's enough for me when I go home at the end of the day. And I think that just comes along with nursing. You get used to certain things, seeing
Right.
certain things, but just knowing that I've done everything that I needed to do for them and they've got somebody there, even if it's
Wow.
not family. I've sat in the room with someone as they were passing because
Mm.
nobody was there. But that was my purpose for the day. That's what I was supposed to do. So it's rewarding, and that's how I think about
Wow.
it.
Ooh. No, I bet that had to be hard, you know, sitting in. Wow. Wow, and you're right. And I have another thing that I go by too. When people meet me, I want them to leave better than when they came.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, I'm constantly I'm praying, number one, because again, I go through things like anybody else. I hurt,
Mm-hmm.
you know, physically like anybody else. But excuse my knee. I'm popping over here. You know, but I try to remember it is not what I'm going through is not that person's fault in a
It's bigger
sense.
than
Yes,
you.
it's bigger. Yes.
Yes.
So I pray as God to help me so he give me a smile, a genuine smile.
Mm-hmm.
A hey, how you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Or a hug if person like the hug. Sometimes people don't want to be touched. I get that.
Sure.
But I'm a hugger.
Mm-hmm.
And so if I discern that they don't want to be touched, okay,
Mm-hmm.
fine. How you doing? Or if they want a hug, I give them one.
Yeah.
You know, and you can tell, you know, the spirit show you, you know,
When people
that
need love.
that
When
need
people
it.
need love. Yep.
Yes, because they've been beat down, they going through, they may have just received a diagnosis,
Mm-hmm.
anything. So that is part of the ministry that God has given me
I
to
love that.
give, you
Mm-hmm.
know, a smile, a
Mm-hmm.
handshake, or a hug. You
Yeah.
know, like on Sunday when I come in the congregation in the sanctuary, you know, I'm hey, how you doing? How you doing? And I'm
Mm-hmm.
not boasting. I'm just
Yeah.
I'm bragging in the Lord. Hey, how you doing? You doing okay today? Because you never know. It
Mm-hmm.
it can go a long way. That smile, that you know,
Yeah.
because it
Just
some
showing love to
yes,
other
showing
people.
love, yes, and that's you know, because I feel like that's what I'm here to do.
For sure. I
Yeah.
think that's what we should all do. There's been plenty of days I needed a hug,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, absolutely.
So,
Yes,
when people
yes.
are going through it, sometimes just like you said, a smile.
Yes,
Yeah.
giving away from you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, giving away from you. Yeah. So any books in the
I want to
works?
get back into that. I love reading and things like that. I've done a quick I've written a NCLEX book for nurses that are going through LPN school. It's like a quick
Okay.
reference book and
Oh,
it's available on my website too.
okay.
Uh-huh.
Give
But
we about to, we getting low on time, but give us that information again about
the
your
website
website and your
is
book
yeah,
and
the
your
website
scripts.
is www.themedicalattire.com and everything is there. Everything is
Okay.
there. And then I'm
Wow.
also on Facebook, Jamesia Jackson. My Facebook is not a very personal one. It's more business like, so
Business. Okay.
everything is there as well.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Are you on Instagram?
I am as Nurse Meci, Meci.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. All right. And you can follow Miss J there.
Mm-hmm.
on Facebook, Instagram, and please go check out her website. Please. This was some great information.
Yeah.
Just be aware. Be aware of your loved ones, your surroundings, because you never know. You may be out in the community and you see someone suffering a stroke.
Mhm.
Please don't just stand by and watch, because now this day and time people just want to record everything and not help.
Yes.
Let's get back to helping others. That's what it's
Mhm.
about, helping others, because you would want to be helped if you was in that situation. Okay, let's be clear on that. So again, thank you so
Thank you for
much.
having us.
Oh, you're so welcome, and thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Ava.
Yes, yes. And again, I'm sorry for putting you on the spot, but I wanted them to hear your voice as well,
Yeah.
sweetheart. So, again, to my listeners, thank you all for tuning in. And remember, we are down to one Saturday a month. That may pick back up later, but for right now, we're down to one Saturday a month, and that's the first Saturday of every month. And you can follow me on Facebook, Linda Kennedy, and Instagram, Linda Still Standing. I think that's it. I need to get more prepared with giving out my social media, but definitely Linda Kennedy on Facebook. So I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day, and may God bless you in whatever you put your hand to. And if you have not received or ask Jesus to come into your heart, please do so, because you never know the day nor the hour when the Son of Man shall appear. So until next time, you all go be great.
Go be great.
All right.